The island of Tiree is 4 hours from Oban by ferry. We're about 11 miles by 4 and we have a permanent population of 650. The vast majority of whom have either pets or livestock or horses or some combination of the above. And as of the 29th of August this year, we have no permanent vet presence at all. Our vet retired, and despite huge efforts to sell the practice, she was unable to. That leaves us in a position as a crofting community with no vet cover, and that has huge implications for our economy. Approximately £1 million goes through our mart every single year in animal sales, and so that makes up a huge proportion of our island economy. Not just that, people who are now having to travel to Oban with their pets are losing anything up to 2 or 3 days' earnings in order to do so. You can't just go to Oban and back in a day. It's not possible. And Oban is a very, very busy practice, and some folk may end up going to Fort William instead, which is another journey and may involve a vehicle on a ferry. We reckon that with the direct and indirect losses associated with the loss of a permanent vet, we could be looking at upwards of £300,000 loss to our local economy every single year. And that includes the loss of livestock, cows and calves during the calving season. In the meantime, a group of crofters supported by the Trust are working on bringing in as many services as they can. The government is currently trying to stem depopulation in the islands, and this lack of vet cover is something that is only going to exacerbate this situation somewhere such as Tiree. If you're a young family thinking of moving to an island, it's already a big deal. But if you have to consider the possibility that your beloved family pet is not going to be able to get timely treatment, then that is something that could well tip the balance in the wrong direction. As a community, we're trying to find a solution to this. The ideal would be to find a permanent vet, so if there's any out there, you just give us a shout. If we're unable to do that, we're looking at a new and somewhat innovative model for Scotland, which would be a community-owned vet practice, working on a rotation of locums, much as some GP practices do. That would allow us to bring in services and ensure that we had vet cover. However, we're coming up against a lot of regulatory barriers at the moment, and we're hearing the word no and not possible quite a lot. We're determined to find a way round that because we do think that this is a sustainable and practical model going forwards, not least that we could find ourselves back in the same position in 5 years, in 10 years, even if we do find a vet. We know that we're not alone. Many communities have this issue, both island and rural. So right now we are shaking every tree to see what falls out, and we're having a lot of conversations at some of the highest levels to see if we can find a way round this. We are determined not to take no for an answer.